I don't know. That's a good question. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wisconsin Rapids Area Sports Quadplex here on the beautiful campus of Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School. Alongside Braden Sutter, this is Steve Maves bringing you some Wisconsin Valley Conference softball action tonight. It is the undefeated 13-0 DC Everest Evergreens. They are perfect 6-0 in the Valley, going up against the 9-3 Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. They are 4-2 in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. Tonight's pregame show brought to you by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. DC Everest actually challenged this last weekend against Chippewa Falls. They won 2-0, and in the second game of their triangular doubleheader, per se, they took down Pulaski 5-4 to remain unbeaten overall this season. Wisconsin Rapids coming off of a win over Spash last week, and then did they end up playing Wausau East? That's a good question, Steve. I probably should have looked, and I did look. But Valley Conference last week, thank you to Valley Stats, and Rapids got postponed to the 16th, so they did not play Wausau East last week. It is the second go-around, so second go-around of conference play already. These two teams played back on April the 10th, and it was a 5-3 win for DC Everest. Rapids trailed 5-0 going into the top of the 7th. They scored 3 runs up in Schofield, and Everest is able to come away with that 5-3 win. Meeting not on the mount. Meeting at the plate, coaches meeting happening now, and then we will have our starting lineups here in a moment. Now let's hear from our friends over at Next Step Prosthetics, and then we'll come back with their starting lineups. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walk in with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life? That's my life story? I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him, and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
All right, welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. Starting lineups will start for the visiting DC Everest Evergreens. Batting first in right field, number 16, Sydney Spear. Batting second and behind the plate, number 5, Aubrey Klott. Batting third and at third base, number 14, Mara Meverden. Batting fourth, the DP tonight, number 18, Piper Scholes. In the circle, one of the top pitchers in the state, number 2, Addison Cluck. Batting sixth and in left field is number 12, Brooke Brown. Batting seventh and at shortstop, number 23, Lauren Semro. Batting eighth and in center field, number 1, Kelsey Meverden. Batting ninth and at second base, number 4, Kelsey Woolley. And the DP tonight, Piper Scholes, will be hitting for the first baseman, Taylor Friedel. For the home, Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln Red Raiders. Batting first and in left field, number 14, Gabby Nilitz. Batting second and at shortstop, 00, Sydney Holberg. Batting third and in center field, number 10, Kristen Radke. Batting fourth and at third base, number 7, Annabelle Ross. Batting fifth and the DP tonight, number 9, Peyton Jaminski. Batting sixth in right field, number 8, Rachel Linsmeyer. Batting seventh and behind the plate, Layla Petro. Batting eighth and at second base is Nolita Carroll, and batting ninth at first base is Allie Blanchard. And doing the pitching and who Jaminski is hitting for is the pitcher, Bailey Williams. Reminder, today's pregame show brought to you by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. We'll give you some score updates, so maybe a surprise. Early score from Memorial Park. Top of the second inning, Wild Rose 1, Pacelli nothing. Pretty much a conference championship game coming up on Friday over in Pittsville. Pacelli and Pittsville, unless Pacelli slips up tonight. But it is a big-time matchup on Friday. The game's been postponed, rescheduled about 3 times, so they're ready to go. We had a lot of them last week. Again, appreciate everyone sticking around and helping us out with all of our postponements. We send out a weekly schedule to the staff, and last week's schedule looked like a Christmas tree, all different colors and all different spots, and there were some missing colors like a Christmas tree, some missing lights, and it has been a crazy spring, but knock on wood, this week looks pretty nice. So we'll see how it all pans out. And 17 days from tonight, not Division I. Division I starts later, but 17 days from tonight, Divisions 2, 3, 4, and 5 start regional play in girls softball. So we'll see how it pans out. And now it is National Anthem time. We'll turn it over for our National Anthem here on Zaleski Sports.
Proudly served our country and those who are currently serving this great nation, home and abroad, with the playing of our National Anthem.
All right, National Anthem is had, and we're ready to go here in Wisconsin Rapids tonight. Glad you're all joining us. Going to be a good one here tonight from the Wisconsin Rapids Area Sports Quadplex. Handful of games on the network tonight. Check them all out at ZaleskiSports.com. Taking a look at Bailey Williams in the circle for Wisconsin Rapids. So far in Valley play, 2-1, 16 innings pitched, has given up 20 hits, 9 runs, all of them earned, 6 walks and 7 strikeouts, an ERA of 3.94. She'll be going up against the DC Everest Evergreens, one of the top teams in the state of Wisconsin this year. Sydney Spear will lead things off, followed by Aubrey Klott and Mara Meverden. That's 1, 2, and 3. Scholes, Cluck, Brown, 4, 5, and 6. Semro, Meverden, and Woolley, 7, 8, and 9 for the Evergreens here this year under the head coach Katie Schulfer. The lefty is ready to go in the circle for Wisconsin Rapids. A reminder that Wisconsin River Orthopedics, from head to toe for all your orthopedic needs, place your trust in Wisconsin River Orthopedics. Learn more at WROinstitute.com. Sydney Spear, the right fielder, to lead things off. She has a rocket of an arm, as we saw during warm-ups. I know you just lost all your stuff, but and a tried to bunt there to start things off, and it is a foul. First pitch tonight, 4:27 here in central Wisconsin. Glad you're joining us here in Valley Play. Bailey Williams, the lefty. Sydney Spear, the left-handed hitter, is behind the fastball, and it's 0-2. Weather today, beautiful. Hasn't 70 degrees, slight wind. That's going to be hit foul into the screen. A little breezy, but it's not cold. That's 13-mile-an-hour winds. Not too shabby here today. Got to enjoy it when you can before the humidity starts. And the 0-2 from Williams. Ground ball over to second and into right field. And leadoff base hit for Sydney Spear. Good start for the Evergreens here in the first. That'll bring up the catcher, Aubrey Klott.
Batting second, the catcher, number 15, Aubrey Klott.
Clot for the Evergreens. Again, another really good another really good arm behind the plate. And there goes Spear to second, and not in time. That one gets past Holberg, and Sydney Holberg was walking over to get the ball, and Spear takes third on a stolen base and an error. So the error on Holberg after the stolen base, it kicked away from her. And now Everest with a golden opportunity here in the first inning with no outs. And Aubrey Clot at the plate. That one's away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Tough start for Rapids. Everest too good of a team to make mistakes like that. The 1-1. Squares a bunt, pulls it back, missed outside. 2-1 now to Aubrey Clot. Payoff for pitch in, back and out of play. Clot this year batting at a .351 mark. 13 hits, 11 singles, 1 double, and a home run. 4 RBIs. She could get her 5th right here, standing at third base. The 2-2. High and tight. Counter runs full. Mara Meverden on deck. Mara's been our player of the game a couple of times this year already. She's batting at a .463 mark. And the payoff coming home. Swung on and missed. A big strikeout there for Bailey Williams. That's the first Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout of the night. Call Jamie Wenzel as Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. Took a tad bit off of that one, able to get her to swing through it. That's the 10th time Clot has struck out this year, and now Meverden looks at a strike. Mara Meverden, the third baseman. Mara at .463 this year, as mentioned. 12 singles, 6 doubles, a triple, and 10 RBI. And the 0-1. Going to be hit to the right side off the foot of Carroll. Everybody's going to be safe in Wisconsin Rapids. DC Everest scores their first run of the night on the second error of the inning for Wisconsin Rapids.
Batting fourth.
Metallico in Wisconsin Rapids is one of North America's largest aluminum billet and slab producers. Come get to know Metallico and how their mission, visions, and values set them apart. Find your future job at Metallico and apply online at metallico.com. That one's going to be hit back up the middle off the glove of Holberg, and that one gets thrown away. And now the runner from first, Meverden's going to head to third. And Rapids throwing the ball all around here. Scholes will get a single and then get to second on the error. They get a single off the glove of Holberg. That's a tough play. But then the throwaway, allowing Meverden and Scholes to get to second and third. The third error of the inning for Wisconsin Rapids. DC Everest with runners at second and third, and only one out for the always dangerous right-handed hitter, Addie Cluck. Brooke Brown awaiting on deck. Now Addie Scholes, a huge opportunity to help herself out.
Batting fifth, the pitcher, #2, Addison Cluck.
And Bailey Williams making sure she's all right. Left hand, and Williams shakes off. Does she have discomfort? And now she's going to ask for her battering ram to go out there and warm up. She has discomfort in her left thumb, and she might be out of the game already. And Peyton Jaminski is going to come in and pitch. So Bailey Williams had something on her left thumb, left hand. Now Peyton Jaminski, who's the designated player, the freshman, is going to come in and pitch in a huge, huge spot for Wisconsin Rapids in the first inning. Wow, things have turned very quickly here at the Quadplex. And they're going to have the training staff work on Bailey's left hand. All right, Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality that you can trust. So a base hit from Scholes off the glove of Holberg, and then Holberg threw it away.
In the pitch, number 9, Peyton Jaminski.
And things have turned here early on in Wisconsin Rapids. A pitching change due to the injured left hand of Bailey Williams. Sydney Holberg went over to our home plate umpire to ask for Williams to have a warm-up pitch. She did not come off her hand right, and she is in, from what we could see, in a lot of discomfort, and the training staff working on her right now. All right, Addison Cluck at the plate with 2 in scoring position. Meverton at third, Scholes at second, and still only 1 out here in the first inning with 3 errors to Wisconsin Rapids. That one's in there for a ball. And the 1-0 to Cluck. Popped up on the infield. And Blanchard makes the catch. Blanchard nor Carroll could really see that one. Blanchard calls it off and makes the catch. That's a big second out. That'll bring up the left fielder, Brooke Brown. A lot of space between Holberg at short and Carroll at second, right up the middle. That was in there for a strike on Brown, and it's 0-1. What a big opportunity here for Peyton Jaminski to get out of this inning. With just 1 pitch. The 0-1. Going to be hit to right center. Linsmeyer coming in, tracking it, and Jaminski gets out of the jam. Wow. Freshman. A couple of big pitches to get out of the inning. Everest scores once on 2 hits, and the Rapids commits 3 errors. And Everest leaves 2 on. We played a half an inning. It's 1-0 Everest. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
All right, Eddie Cluck in the circle for DC Everest against Gabby Nilitz. And the first one to Nilitz is swung on a miss, followed by Holberg and Radke for Wisconsin Rapids. Eddie Cluck this year, 62 and 2/3 innings pitched. 8-0 on the year, 1 save. Outside missed. Has given up 16 hits on the year. Given up 3 runs, 11 walks, and 125 strikeouts. There's another one swung on a miss at a high heater, and it's 1-2. Has hit 4 batters. Her ERA, usually there's a number in front of the dot. There is not. And Cluck strikes out Nilitz on 4 pitches, and that's the first strikeout of the night. And there's 1 away here in the first inning. Her ERA is at .340. It's actually .335, but yeah, we'll say that. .335 ERA for Addison Cluck. Outside corner, good for a strike on Holberg, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 from Addison. Checked her swing and it missed high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Unbeaten on the year are the Evergreens, 13-0, 6-0 in the Valley. Their game against Spash that was supposed to be played last week to start the second half of the conference season was postponed to Wednesday. If you follow DC Everest on social media, especially Instagram, they do a wonderful job updating and figuring everything out. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts, and there's 2 away here in the first. DC Everest has 6 games this week.
Batting third, the center fielder, number 10, Christian Radke.
Play today. I know they play on Wednesday for sure. Obviously, they have to play just about every day this week. Inside corner for a strike to Radke. Yeah, let's take a look at their upcoming schedule here. I know they go up to Superior this weekend. Good battle there. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Mike Wendland will be with DC Everest on Wednesday when they host Stevens Point, which could really, again, don't want to say things will be wrapped up for Everest. Oh, that was fouled back. But if they beat Rapids tonight and beat Spash on Wednesday, they'll have a 3-game lead with just 4 conference games left. So they could wrap up the conference title pretty quickly. And the 0-2 missed inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But as I mentioned, playoffs are only about 3 weeks away, so it's coming quick. The 1-2 from Cluck is high and in. Oh, she did not go. Didn't even take the bat off her shoulder. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. And the 2-2. And fouls it straight back. Good battle here by Kristen Radke. So today they're here. Tomorrow they're at WIAA East. Wednesday they're at hosting Spash. Friday they go to Superior. And then Saturday they go down to Chippewa Falls for a couple of games against Chippewa Falls and Toma. 2-2. Missed inside. Trying to get her to chase. And Addie has only walked 11 batters this year. The 3-2 pitch coming home. And knuckles it foul. Good battle here from Kristen Radke. Absolutely. Ninth pitch of the at-bat is roped to left center field. Oh, and made it! No, she dropped it. She dropped it in center field. A double by Radke. Oh, what an effort by Meverden, but it popped out of her glove. And a 2-out double for Kristen Radke. Wow, Kelsey Meverden tracked that ball. The 9th pitch of the at-bat, and that'll bring up Annabelle Ross. She covered a lot of ground on that one. That'll bring up Annabelle Ross. What a battle that was by Kristen Radke. Won by Kristen. Inside is good for a strike. Saw an incredible play last Friday, or 2 Fridays ago, from Rachel Linsmeyer from Rapids. Very similar to that, but she was able to bring it in. In their game against Hortonville. Thought that was for sure a no doubt double, but Meverden gave it a ride, or gave it a play out there. The 0-2 from Ross is struck out, looking to end the first inning. That's Cluck's 3rd strikeout. She struck out the side. Kristen Radke doubles. We've played 1 complete. It's 1-0 DC Everest. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
All right, we go to the second inning. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for DC Everest. Semro, Meverton, and Woolley for the Evergreens. They lead 1-0. Appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Other games on the network. Oh, that changed real fast. Wild Rose is up 1-0 on Pacelli in the top of the second inning. They're in the bottom of the second inning now, 8-1 Pacelli. So that was short-lived. Right down the middle there from Patro. Yeah, they scored 8 runs in the second inning and only 1 out. So they're still batting. Yep. Doubleheader there over at Memorial. Drops low on Semro, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in tonight on Zaleski Sports. Highlights of this game later on tonight on Facebook. And the 1-1. Oh, inside. Almost clipped Semro. 2-1 now. Again, if you're just joining us, Bailey Williams was in the circle for Wisconsin Rapids. She got her left thumb clipped, I think, on a throw, and she tried to continue and could not continue. Outside corner is good for a strike, 2-2. And the freshman Peyton Jaminski came in with runners at second and third with 1 out. Got a couple of pop-outs, pop out to first and a fly out to right. Strand the 2 runners. The 2-2 fouls it back. Merrill and Marshfield softball tied at 0. Clintonville is up big already on Waupaca, 5-0 in the top of the first inning. Thank you to Brendan Retzloff going over there. Hanging out with Gus tonight over in Waupaca. The 2-2 drops low, count runs full. Some news from Zaleski Sports. We'll be starting our coverage of Waupaca Lakeman baseball along with Marshfield Chaparrals. Our first Chaparrals game is actually on Sunday already up in Marshfield at Jack Ackman Field. The 3-2 is lined to right, Linsmeyer, and is going to drop in front of Rachel. And a leadoff base hit for Lauren Semro. Here in the second, that'll bring up Kelsey Meverton, the center fielder. And we'll have our
Center fielder, number 1.
Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks, of course. Pittsfield River Bandits this summer. It'll be a good summer again here on Zaleski Sports. Meverton squares the bunt, gets it down, hit off a home plate. It's an infield base hit. She spiked it, she bunted it right off a home plate. Not much Layla Patro could do there, and now bringing up the second baseman, Kelsey Woolley. How about this one? Early score in Wausau. The East Lumberjacks 3, Wausau West Warriors 0. All other games are yet to start. A lot of them 5 o'clock on Zaleski Sports tonight, including Amherst and Iola Scandinavia. Squares the bunt again, gets it down, and it's going to trickle foul. Amherst hosting Iola tonight in baseball. Columbus Catholic is at Colby Abbey tonight in softball. Black River Falls makes a trip to Neilsville. And then Rhinelander is at DC Everson baseball tonight. The 0-1 squares again, gets it down third base side. Ross plays it, bobbles it, no play. Oh, she's out. Yep. That was a nice play by Annabelle Ross to stay with it on the sacrifice bunt. Bang, bang play, but from up here, that was the correct call. That'll bring up the top of the order, Sydney Spear. And then rounding out our games tonight, Columbus Catholic at Loyal. Sure is nice to have more than 3 games on the network. Last Tuesday and Thursday, we probably had a combined 30 games. Just about all of them were postponed or canceled. Glad to be having some warm weather here. The 0-1 here to Sydney Spears. Singleton scored in the first. Past third, and the oohs and ahs from the dugout to coach. And it's 0-2. Yeah, third base box, yeah. I have to talk to coach about that if we talk to Everest after the game here tonight. The 0-2 That was going to be hit to short. Oh, gobbled by Holberg. Throw home is not made. That was a nice play by Sydney Holberg, but an RBI single for Sydney Spear.
Now batting the catcher.
Now runners at the corners for Aubrey Klott. She struck out in the first inning. That was the one and only out Bailey Williams recorded, again, before Bailey left the game with an injured left thumb, from what we could tell. Again, we're not in any spot to diagnose anything. There goes Spear. Throw down to third is dropped by Ross. As I mentioned last week in a softball game, it is defensive indifference. I am not going to write that in my scorebook, so I'm just going to give her a stolen base. It's a lot easier that way. Talking about the coaching staff here at DC Everest for softball, volleyball head coach Tina Prawl in the first base coach's box. They had a tremendous year again last year. Did the Evergreens. Most, if not all, football, volleyball, all fall sports schedules are on conference websites. So there's a breaking ball. That one gets away. And coming in to slide score is Meverden on the wild pitch. Spear heads to third, and it's 2-1 now to Klott. So if you're in the mood, again, we still have about 2 months left of, or a month and a half left of spring sports season. But if you're in the mood to check out fall sports schedules, there's a swing and a miss. Cheminsky blew it past her. Go onto your conference websites and check them out. They've got them ready. Two balls and two strikes here to Klott. And high and tight and tough play here. And she's safe. Home plate umpire almost fell over, able to regain his footing on the wild pitch. And 3-0 Everest. 4-0 Everest, pardon me. Semro, Meverden, and Spear all score. Full count with one out here to Aubrey Klott. Ooh, just missed. Not by much. Klott was taken off for first no matter what. We'll see if they got a runner for her or not. It does not look like it. That'll bring up Mara Meverden. I do not believe, maybe we do have that East Everest game on the schedule for tomorrow. Throw down to second is in time, and they got her. Caught stealing by Layla Petro. And there's two away. And that was a ball to Meverden. That was a nice throw down there by Petro. And now they have to look at Sydney Holberg, who got run into by Klott out there at second base, trying to make the tag. She did make the tag. Coming up on Zaleski Sports tomorrow. Games again, all games are subject to change, which hopefully not with the weather that we have. Columbus Catholic is at Gilman for a softball doubleheader. We will have DC Everest at Wausau East tomorrow. Chris Conley and Braden Bullis back on that one for you. Columbus Catholic is at Gilman for baseball as well. And then a couple of big ones in the Merriwood Conference. Auburndale is at Marathon in baseball. Edgar is at Stratford in baseball. Wisconsin Rapids will be in Marshfield for Wisconsin Valley Conference baseball. Spash will be at Wausau West. Chippewa Falls will be at Eau Claire Memorial in softball. This was the same Wisconsin Rapids team will be in Marshfield for softball tomorrow. And then Wausau West will be here in Wisconsin Rapids for a big Valley soccer matchup. If you're interested in that, Wausau West is unbeaten in the Wisconsin Valley Conference in girls soccer. Rapids with 1 or 2 losses. Our very own Olivia Zimmerman on the call of that one. Wausau West 2-0 in the Valley. Wisconsin Rapids 1-2 on the year after a tough loss to Everest last week. So tune in for that one, 7 o'clock from the soccer/football/lacrosse/everything field behind us here at Southwood County Stadium. Complex, I should say. 1-0 to Meverton after the caught stealing to Aubrey Clott. And the 1-0 coming home. Popped up on the infield. Jaminski, and called for by Blanchard to end the second inning. Everest scores 3 on 3 hits. There were no errors in that inning, and nobody left on. We played 1.5. It is 4-0 Evergreens. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedSliver.com.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Barks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
All right, Jaminski, Linsmeyer, and Patro for Rapids here in the second inning. It's broadcast brought to you by Whitetail Properties Real Estate. They're your premier hunting land, farmland, and recreational land broker. If you're looking to buy or sell, Central Wisconsin agents are Brian and Evan Roosh at whitetailproperties.com. Besides the 9-pitch at bat and the double by Radke, Addison Cluck nearly unhittable so far through an inning plus. Jaminski now in the circle for Wisconsin Rapids. And Bailey Williams with ice on that left hand now, and there's a swing and a miss. 1 up and 1 down. Strikeout number 4 for Addison Cluck. Will bring up the right fielder Rachel Linsmeyer.
Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Rachel Linsmeyer.
Holding ice on that left hand is Bailey Williams in the dugout. Inside, missed for a ball. 1-0 to Rachel. Again, one of the most impressive catches that you will see was made by Rachel Linsmeyer about 10 days ago in their win over Hortonville. It was a tie game, I believe, in the top of the 5th inning. There was a runner at second, and she made a diving catch in right center field. There's a swing and a miss, 1-2 now to Linsmeyer. Check it out on social media, all over Zaleski Sports. The 1-2, swung out and missed. Now to bring up Layla Petro, the catcher. 210, the dimensions all around the ball field here on the softball side of things. Here in Wisconsin Rapids. Brooke Brown is in left, Kelsey Meverton in center, and Sydney Spear in right. Mara Meverton at third, Lauren Semero at short, Kelsey Woolley at second, and Taylor Friedel over at first. And Aubrey Clott behind the plate. And the 0-2 coming back, and got her. 3 up, 3 down in the inning, near 1 pitch away from an immaculate inning. We didn't get that here in the second, but 3 more strikeouts for Cluck, and we have played 2 complete. 4-0 Everest. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedSliver.com.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
So it'll be 8. So it'll be 4, 5, and 6, 18, 2, and 12. I saw the 8. But Piper Scholes was the last batter that Bailey Williams faced off against. It was a little bloop single off the glove of Sydney Holberg, and then chaos ensued, and Bailey Williams in that chaos hurt her left thumb. First offering is at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Econ Electric is your local residential commercial and industrial electrical service provider. Since 1970, Wisconsin Rapids and surrounding areas have turned to Econ Electric. Econ Electric of Wisconsin Rapids. Change up, bounce in there. It's 1-1. Addison Cluck, then Brooke Brown on due up here in the third inning. Here's the 1-1. Off-speed pitch popped up, and Ross diving catch is made. Annabelle Ross in foul territory makes the big-time catch, and there's one away. Annabelle has played tremendous at third this year, and it continues after that play. Wow. That'll bring up the pitcher, Addison Cluck. She popped out to Blanchard at first in her first at-bat. High and away for a ball, 1-0. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Outside is good for a strike. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Off speed, lifted to center. Radke is there and goes to the knees. Shoestring catch. And there's two away. Late break there by Radke, looking directly into the sun, but able to make a shoestring catch to retire Cluck, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Brooke Brown. On pace right now. Again, it's on pace right now. It's happened many, many times with Spash baseball and softball, but Jaminski blows it past Brown. But Everest this year on track to win a baseball and softball conference title in the same season. And baseball still has Spash at the end of the year away. That's one difference between baseball and softball in the Valley, is that in baseball, obviously if you are a viewer of Valley baseball and softball, know the difference. Baseball, they play the same team twice in a week. Softball, they play them much like basketball. You play them once early, and then your conference flips around, and you play them again later on. So we are in the second half of the Wisconsin Valley Conference play in softball. Swung on and missed. Brown behind, or evens it up at 2-2, does Jaminski. The first team that either team was supposed to play in the second half of the conference. Rapids was supposed to play Wausau East, and Everest was supposed to play Spash. Those games will be made up at a later date. Everest will play Spash on Wednesday. Again, nearly wrapping up a conference title if they are able to knock off Rapids today and Spash on Wednesday. That would give them a 3-game lead in the Valley. The 2-2 rolls in there. And then the baseball team still has 4 conference games left. They are 6-0 in the Valley. Either 4 or 6. The payoff Swung on and missed. Jaminski strikes out Brown, and the third inning, that's Peyton's first Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. We played 2.5, 4-0 Everest. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
All right, we go to the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Carroll, Blanchard, and Nilitz for Wisconsin Rapids. So coming up this week in the Valley in baseball tomorrow, Rapids at Marshfield, Spash is at West, and East is at Merrill. Marshfield is then at Merrill on Wednesday, and then they turn around. So this is Everest's week of no conference games, and then next week they will. And then there's a foul back. And then next week they will host West on Tuesday and then be at West on Thursday. And then the 20th will be Merrill. So they still have 6 conference games left. That one's going to be lifted to left and falling. And a shoestring catch made by Brooke Brown out in left. They had Brooke Brown was nearly on the infield turf. And there's one away for Allie Blanchard. Allie had a big-time game against Spash last week. So the two Spash games for Everest in baseball are on the 27th. Popped up and bounces away. Two Spash games for Everest will be on the 27th and 29th of May. So still a long way to go in the Valley for baseball. Both Cole O'Brien and Carter Miller on the mound for the Evergreens during conference play. You got to feel pretty good if you're Everest. That was the first non-strikeout out for Addison Cluck tonight on that fly out by Carroll. And there's strikeout number 7 for Addison. The first time through the batting order. 1 double, a fly out, and 7 strikeouts. Got to bring up Gabby Nilitz. So what's she up? 132. She came up to 125 today. There's right down 8th Street for a strike. High and away. Gives it up on a ball and strike. Culligan Water, they specialize in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Hey, there's a base hit for Gabby Nilitz. Squared that one up and smashed it to left. And a 2-out base hit for Nilitz will bring up Sydney Holberg.
Number 00, Sydney Holberg.
Holberg struck out in the first. A nice piece hitting there by Nilitz. And coming into tonight, Addison had only given up 16 hits all year in nearly 63 innings pitched. Two of them tonight here against Wisconsin Rapids, and she falls behind 2-0 to Sydney Holberg. Again, all games now live on Zaleski Sports. Check them all out, ZaleskiSports.com or on YouTube. Just check out Zaleski Sports. Make sure you subscribe and never miss a notification when a game goes live. The 2-1. There goes the runner. Throw down to second is in time, and a caught stealing to cut down Gabby Nilitz and end the third inning. Sydney Holberg will be at bat in the bottom of the 4th. But we head to the top of the fourth inning. It'll be 7, 8, 9 coming up for Everest. 4-0 Evergreens. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T. Strake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, and Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
All right, Lauren Sumrow to lead things off. She singled and scored back in the second inning. And the 1-0. Popped up. It hit the top of the fence. Petro with a nice catch. Amherst and Iola Scandinavia. One ball and one strike. Ground ball to Carroll at second. Plays down the third hop and retires Semro on the ground out. One up and one down for Kelsey Meverden. She also singled and scored in the second inning. First offering to Kelsey. Can be lined right back up the middle. And Meverden, just like she did on her last at-bat, singles on the first pitch that she sees. And she stands at first base for Kelsey Woolley.
Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Kelsey Woolley.
See if she sacrifices. She squares the bunt, misses outside. And it's 1-0 to Woolley. The 1-0 to Woolley. Doesn't square this time, swings and misses. DC Everest, Rhinelanders scoreless. They are in the bottom of the first, up at DC Everest. Columbus Catholic and Loyal baseball playing over in Loyal tonight. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Top of the order due up next, and Sydney Spears. She's 2 for 2 today with a couple of runs scored. And the 1-2 outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first is Meverden with 1 out. Jaminski stares in and fires home. Swung on and missed. Big time strikeout there for Jaminski. That's the second serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Peyton. That'll bring up the top of the order in Sydney Spear. 2 for 2 tonight, a couple of runs scored and an RBI. Spear, the right fielder, no batting gloves for Sydney, and high misses, and it's 1-0. ShedsDeliver.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids. Get more information at ShedsDeliver.com. The 1-0 to Spear. Misses inside, throw down to first, not in time. Skees Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with more than 30 flavors of brats along with chicken, steaks, beef, deli meats, local and seasonal favorites, and more. It's all at Skees Meat Market on Highway 10 East, Stevens Point. Now's the time to get there if you're going to make something on Sunday for Mother's Day, make sure you go to Skis Meat Market. Off-speed pitch is good for a strike on the outside corner. Go to Skis. Make sure you get it. Make sure you get what you need. Huh? The 2-1. Inside bounced in there. And Patro would have had her dead red. Going back was Meverton. 3-1 now to Spear. Last couple of years I've made beef tips for birthdays and whatnot. The chuck roast at Skis is the place to go. And if they don't have it for you, ask and they'll cut it. They'll cut it and have it ready, fresh. Spear fouls it back. The recipe asks for a couple of specific poundage, and if they don't have the poundage you need, they're more than willing to help, and they do a great job over by Targets in Stevens Point on Highway 10. The payoff here to Spear. Got her looking on the outside corner, and a big strikeout there to retire Sydney Spear. Second strikeout for Jaminski, or third strikeout for Peyton. That's the third Surf Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Halfway through this one, 4-0 Everest. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, Sydney Holberg to lead things off. She was at the plate when Gabby Niles was thrown out at second. Holberg a strikeout victim in the first. Addie Cluck still in the circle, as she will be for a majority of the rest of the year for the Evergreens. First offering is high for a ball, 1-0. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualwausau.com and find an agent near you. Outside, gets the call, and it's 1-1 strike. The 1-1 coming home. Swung out and missed. Oh, and rose and cut to the outside. That was a lot of movement on that one from the senior right-hander, Addison Cluck. The 1-2. Got her looking on the outside corner. Looking for something else. Gets strong. That's strike number 8 for Addison. And there's one away. Bring up Kristen Radke. Really the only hard hit ball. I guess Niles squared it up in the third, but Radke had a 9-pitch at bat and doubled to left center field back in the first inning. I think everybody in the Valley, maybe everybody in Central Wisconsin will be very happy come the end of May when graduations happen. Popped up and out of play. Hit the top of the net, and it's 0-2. Obviously, Everest hoping to keep on playing after graduation, but once Addison and the senior class at Everest, they have a tremendous senior class, not just Addison, but they'll be very happy in the Valley when the senior class at Everest graduates. They got her looking, and there's 2 away. Strikeout number 9 for Addison Cluck, and there's 2 away for Annabelle Ross. Painting the corners and hitting the black on the corner of the plates. Yeah, we had some people singing down there. There's a swing and a miss to Ross. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout Central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. 0-1 here to Ross. High heater, 0-2. And she threw 1 ball to Sydney Holberg in this 4th inning, so much like the second. No immaculate inning, but it could be another strike out the side and missed high. Hoofda. That's still it's still popping the mitt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got her swinging. 10th strikeout for Addison Cluck. Another 3 up, 3 down. We've played 4. 4-0 Everest. They haven't scored since the second. We'll see what the top of the order can do for the Evergreens in the 5th. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedSliver.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Aubrey Klott to lead things off. She struck out and walked, and then was caught stealing in the second. Struck out in the first, walked in the second, and got caught stealing. First offering misses outside to Aubrey. Black River Falls beating Neilsville in the first inning, 5-0. A lot of big scores early on. Columbus Catholic leads Colby Abbey 2-0 in softball. Everest leads Rhinelander 1-0. And looking forward to a fun last couple of weeks of the regular season for these Everest teams. Big opportunity to have a lot of teams go deep in the playoffs this year in the spring. Missed a tad bit low to Klott, 3-0. Rapid Sheetmetal Heating and Cooling. Place your comfort at home as their highest priority. Give them a call or find them online at rapidsheetmetal.com. And a 3-0 here to Klott. Paints the outside corner for a strike. Klott, Meverden, and Scholes for the Evergreens here in the 5th. Moving right along here tonight. Outside, just missed, not by much, and Everest has a base runner here to start the 5th. For all your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs is a sure thing to get you back on the road. That's Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Mara Meverden now reached on an error and popped out. First offering to Meverden is on the outside corner and high for a strike. Piper Scholes awaits on deck. Nilitz in the left, Radke in center, Linsmeyer in right for Rapids. Ross, Holberg, Carroll, and Blanchard the infield. Now misses away. A ball and a strike. And great crowd watch online. Thank you all for making this part of your Monday night here in Central Wisconsin. Zeminski fires home, high and away. 2-1. Everest scored all 4 runs in the first 2 innings. They scored 1 in the first. Scored 3 in the second. They've been pretty quiet since with a good pitching performance here from Peyton Zeminski. And Meverden bounces in there. Wild pitch. And Klott will head to second. And 3-1 now to Meverden. And we'll have Everest. We'll have Everest softball tomorrow, as well as Rapids softball tomorrow. Everest will be at East, Owasso East. Rapids will be at Marshfield. And a walk, back-to-back walks. That'll bring out Piper Scholes.
Now batting, designated
baseball
player
and
number
softball.
18, Piper Schultz.
Two on, nobody out for Scholes. Oh, and that one hit her. Oh, it sounded like it got the funny bone on that elbow. And now the bases are loaded here for Addison Cluck. 0 for 2 tonight is Addison.
Now batting the pitcher, number 2, Addison Cluck.
Maybe it hit off of that wristband. It sounded like it hit something, but she's all right, ready to go. Have a nice bruise in the morning. Bases are loaded, nobody out for Addison Cluck. Down's going to be hit to shallow right center, dropping quick and bobbled. Everybody's going to be safe. RBI base hit for Addison Cluck. Had an opportunity at second to get Scholes, bobbled though by Radke.
Now batting the left
And
fielder,
Cluck
number
doing it
12,
all
Brooke
tonight. My
Brown.
goodness. RBI single to go along with 10 strikeouts. And they will have a courtesy runner.
Pinch runner at first, Desiree Ringel.
Number 7 out there is Desiree Ringel, a sophomore. She'll be running for the pitcher Cluck. Fill your home with the best from Home Furniture. They've got locations on Grand Avenue here in Wisconsin Rapids, as well as Post Road in Plover. That is Home Furniture. All right, here we go. Brooke Brown, 0 for 2, a fly on a strikeout tonight. Outside corner and away, missed, 1-0. Williams Plumbing and Heating is locally owned and operated right here in Wisconsin Rapids for all your plumbing and heating needs. Why look anywhere else? Call Williams Plumbing and Heating or find them online at williamsplumbingwr.com. A 1-0, wild one over the head of Patro. And coming in to score will be Meverden. Everybody will advance on the wild pitch. Brown ahead in the count, 2-0. Ringel at second, Scholes at third. Still nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Jaminski fires. Checked her swing, held up, 3-0. Lawrence Semro on deck. Key Savings Bank is banking made easy from personal banking and wealth management to mortgages, loans, and business banking. Got locations in Wisconsin Rapids and Rome. A high strike, right at the letters. You always have helpful, knowledgeable staff with a smile. Bank local with our friends at Keys Savings Bank. 3-1 now to Brooke Brown. This one could get busted open real quick here in the top of the 5th. And third walk of the inning to go along with the hit by pitch. And bases are loaded up again for Lauren Semro.
Now batting the shortstop.
Single and a ground out today for Lauren.
Semro.
And Coach Holberg will go out and have a conversation here with his freshman pitcher, Peyton Jaminski. Again, kind of just thrown into the weeds, thrown into the animals tonight with Bailey Williams going a third of an inning, getting hurt on a throw with that left thumb. And Peyton has pitched well, considering all things considered. Gave up, or had a 1-2-3 inning in the third. Gave up a single in the fourth, but had a couple of strikeouts. Gave up 3 runs in the second. But again, it's a freshman in there pitching against the top team in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. And Lawrence Semro at the plate trying to break this one open here in the top of the 5th. Scholes at third, Ringel at second, and Brown at first. The infield plays in with nobody out. Semro looks at a ball just missing the outside.
Hey, you're right there, Knight.
Made of Custom Apparel specializes in providing quality decorated apparel, including from corporate casual, team uniforms, and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more at madeofcustom.com. That's M-A-D-A custom.com. Still nobody away here in the top of the fifth. 2 runs across. The one hit was from Addison Cluck, a bloop single that drove in a run. There's been 3 walks and hit by pitch. Jaminski hits the zone for a strike, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 coming back. Gonna be hit over to Carroll. Backhand by Nolita. They get the out there, and she didn't throw it to first base. A run comes in to Scholes. Ringel goes to third. Brown out on the fielder's choice. And there's 1 away. For Kelsey Meverden. 2 for 2. Has only seen 2 pitches tonight. Inside corner. And missed. Like Carrie Van Eur with State Farm, be your go-to for all your insurance needs. Carrie and her staff are always there to help you understand your options and come away with the right coverage for you. That's Carrie Van Eur with State Farm in Wisconsin Rapids. Time is called by Meverden with runners at the corners and 1 out. 7-0 Everest. Outside corner, good for a strike. Throw down is going to be cut off, then bounces, and it hits Holberg. And now we got to make sure Sydney is all right again, because that one bounced up and got her in the chin. Ball and a strike now to Meverden. A base hit would likely score a couple more here. Wheels have come off in the 5th. Fouls it back. Again, this is game 1 of 6 this week for DC Everest. They have East tomorrow, Spash Wednesday, East on Thursday. And then they go up to Superior on Friday, and then after the game in Superior, then they have to drive back down and play 2 in Chippewa. The 1-2 fouls it back. Whether you're catching a game or gaming with friends, Solaris Fiber Fast Internet gives you the edge. No buffering, no delays. Just smooth, reliable service from a local company you can trust. Get connected today at Solaris.net. The 1-2. Bounced in there. Good job by Patra. Oh, they got her! Oh, leaning off third was Ringel. The sophomore gets picked off at third base on the 2-5 putout. That is a underclassman mistake there. Now the 2-2 to Meverden. Missed high, 3-2. Three runs across in the inning. And the payoff coming back. Got her looking on the inside corner, and Meverden is down via the strikeout to end the 5th inning. That's the 4th Surf Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Peyton Jaminski. Everest scores 3 times on 1 hit. There were no errors. There were 3 walks and 1 left on. We've played 4.5. 7-0 Everest. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop Stop getting by and level up today.
Give you some score updates here from other games around the Wisconsin Valley Conference tonight. Wausau West has blown it open up at Wausau West. They lead East 9-4. And the other one is Marshfield and Merrill. And it is Merrill 3, Marshfield 2 in the top of the fourth inning. All right, Peyton Jaminski to lead things off here in the home half of the fifth inning. Addison Cluck has given up a pair of hits, has struck out 10 tonight. We play in the bottom of the fifth inning here in Wisconsin Rapids. Glad you're joining us. Ball game just over an hour old. Alongside Braden Sutter, Steve Maves here at the Wisconsin Rapids Area Sports Quadplex. West softball field. I think there's a JV game, JV2 game going on in the JV baseball game behind us. 1-2 now to Jaminski. The 1-2 fires back. Got her again. Strikeout number 11 for Addison Cluck.
Number 8, Rachel Linsmeyer.
That first one is swung on and missed. So the only they have 2 non-strikeout outs. And that was a fly ball to left and a caught stealing. So 11 of the 13 outs so far. From the right arm of Addison Cluck. The 1-1 is fouled into the screen. The 1-2 now to Rachel Linsmeyer. Investor's Choice is Wisconsin Rapids' choice for financial investments. Understanding markets and helping you keep a well-rounded financial well-being is as simple as visiting Investor's Choice for a conversation. That's Investor's Choice in Wisconsin Rapids. Home plate umpire needs to tie his shoe, and he's ready to get back at it here. 7-0 DC Everest, scored once in the first, 3 times in the second, 3 times in the fifth. Rapids had a double from Kristen Radke. Their only 2 hits tonight have come with 2 outs. A double from Radke in the first and a laser to left in the third. And then Gabby Nilitz was thrown out trying to steal in that third inning. There's a swing and a miss. And strikeout number 12 for Addison. 2 away here in the fifth for Layla Petro.
Now batting the catcher, number 11, Layla Petro.
So Addison's got 12 strikeouts. She also drove in a run in the last half inning. Squares the bunt to third. Low throw. And picked off the turf by Kelsey Woolley to end the fifth inning. 3 up, 3 down. We've played 5. 7-0 Everest. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsLiver.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
All right, we go to the 6th. It'll be Woolley, Spear, and Klott for the Evergreens. Here in the 6th, glad you're joining us once again tonight on Zaleski Sports. A lot of games on the network. Check them all out, ZaleskiSports.com, or by searching Zaleski Sports on YouTube. Wild Rose at Pacelli. They just ended game 1 of their doubleheader. Merrill is at Marshfield in softball. East is at West in Wausau in softball. Clintonville is at Waupaca. That one's No, Waupaca scored 5 times, 16-5 in the top of the third over there. Iowa Scandinavia leads Amherst 3-0 in the bottom of the second inning in baseball. Black River Falls up 5-0 on Neillsville in baseball. Columbus Catholic leads Colby Abbey. Leads Colby Abbey 3-0 in the top of the third. Everest leads Rhinelander 1-0 in the top of the third inning at Simon Field in Schofield. That one misses high for a ball. Loyal leads Columbus Catholic 2-1 in the top of the third inning in Loyal after Loyal run-ruled Columbus on Saturday. The 2-0 held it in her hand just a bit too long and went to the back screen. Woolley tonight a sacrifice bunt and a strikeout. And Petro out to have a conversation. As just about as young as you can get with the duo of Jaminski, a freshman, and Patro, a sophomore catcher. Two young ladies that have a very bright future in front of them, no doubt about it. Peyton Jaminski has come onto the scene and played extremely well as a freshman. And a walk to Kelsey Woolley to lead things off here in the 6th inning. That'll bring up the top of the order in Sydney Spear, 2 for 3 tonight, a couple of singles and a strikeout. And they're going to bring in a new thrower here all right, so Blanchard will go to second for Wisconsin Rapids, from what conversation we could hear. Ella Rippier will go to first. I thought they were making no pitching change, just a defensive pitching or just a defensive change. And they're going to have Nolita Carroll warm up.
First base, Ellie Rapier.
So Nolita Carroll goes out of the game to warm up.
Right fielder number 16, Sydney Spear.
And so Blanchard will go from first to second, and Ellie Rippier will head over to first. Allen bounces away, and Meverden will take second on the wild pitch. Nolita's sister Rhiannon continues to play well down at St. Mary's in Winona on the team for the Cardinals. I think they won the MIAC this year at St. Mary's, Minnesota Interscholastic Athletic Conference, much like the WIAC in Wisconsin, but the MIAC in Minnesota. The two best, and people can argue all they want, but the two best Division III conferences in the country. Always having top teams. And Spear bloops this one. And Sydney Spears 3 for 4 tonight. It doesn't help your case, though, if you're the MIAC or the MIAC when, again, I don't want to say they forcibly pushed St. Thomas out of the conference, but now St. Thomas is a Division I team.
Pinch hitter number 27, Madeline Hope.
Madeline Hoppy at the plate. Madeline just a sophomore as well. Hitting for Aubrey Klotz. 2 on, nobody out here in the 6th. There's a strike. Got one more read on here from our friends over at Skis. get that in here momentarily. 7-0 Everest. And line foul just behind it. And it's 0-2. Skis Meat Market in Stevens Point. It's the perfect place to find a huge selection of brats, beef, chicken, and more. Get your specialty grocery items, deli meats, and even bring in your wild game. Get all at Skis Meat Market. Their quality is with the stop. The 0-2. Foul back. Into the plaza here at the Quadplex. The walking area. And Cheminsky fires home. Missed just a bit low. 1-2. Mara Meverton awaiting on deck. The 1-2. Be popped up. It's a foul ball. It's going to be caught by Ross. And it'll be the first out of the inning for Mara Meverton. Give a couple of shout-outs here that we recognized on our info picks here at Zaleski Sports. Spash softball coach Tom Droner earlier this year winning his 600th game. Ann Molsky from Pacelli, if they swept Wild Rose tonight, would win her 400th game. And Bill Held, a friend of the program, a coach at Amherst Baseball, as well as salesman and employee at Zaleski Sports. That was going to be lifted to left. Long run, caught nicely out there by Nylitz. Amherst baseball coach and salesman at Zaleski Sports won his 100th game. Coach of the Amherst baseball team. Got to bring up Piper Scholes. A single today. A pop-up that Annabelle Ross made an incredible diving catch and a hit-by pitch. And that one's fouled. It sounded like it hit the knob. Yep, it sounded like it hit the knob. They're going to say she swung. big grin on the face of Piper Scholes. Yeah, I think she tried to check her, or she did try to check her swing, but I think it even hit the knob. So yeah. There's a strike. And Scholes behind, 0-2. 2 away here in the 6th. Nolita Carroll continues to warm up for the Red Raiders. And the 0-2. Off speed, bounces in there. No throw to third. She's going to be safe. 2 in scoring position is Spear at second and Woolley at third. And Scholes an opportunity to bring in a couple here. And the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Jaminski with the strikeout to end the 6th inning. That is her 5th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. We've played 5.5. Still 7-0 Evergreens. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedSliver.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
All right, 8-9-1 here for Wisconsin Rapids in the home half of the 6th inning. And the Rapids back in action tomorrow night at Madison Field in Marshfield. And the Evergreens will be back in action at Wausau East tomorrow. And then they'll be back in action over the weekend. And they've got a couple of long road trips coming up this weekend to the Evergreens. Heading to Superior on Friday. And after the game up at Superior, then they will head down to play in Chippewa for 2 games against Chippewa Falls and I believe Toma. The 0-2 from Cluck. Missed a bit high and away, 1-2. East Tuesday, Spash Wednesday, then Superior on Friday. So they do have a day off. Now it's lifted into the screen. They do have a day off on Thursday for their trip up to Superior. And they'll take on, I think they're the Superior Spartans. And then they'll, after the game against Superior, make the trip south to Chippewa Falls and beautiful Casper Park for 2 games over there. 6 games this week for the Evergreens. There's a swing and a miss. And there's one away here in the 6th. That'll bring up Allie Blanchard, struck out in the 3rd. Then the top of the order, and Gabby Nilitz. First pitch this afternoon is at 4:27. We are at 5:50 here in Central Wisconsin. Squares the bunt. Nicely done. Cluck over to first, high throw, and Woolley is able to bring it down for the second out. It's a 1-4 putout, as oddly as that is.
Left fielder number 14.
That'll bring up Gabby Nilitz. Gabby has got one of the 2 hits for the Red Raiders tonight. It was a line rope to left field back in the 3rd inning. Frozen rope is what they say, right? Yeah. Inside corner for a strike. Kristen Radke had a big-time double in the 1st to left center. Inside missed. And Key Savings Bank post-game show will wrap up our broadcasts when this one ends. And now it's behind 1-2. Clock strikes out 2 more in the inning, and that'll end our 6th inning. 3 up, 3 down, 14th for Cluck tonight. And we'll go to the 7th. Still 7-0 Evergreens. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Addison Cluck to lead things off here in the visitor half of the 7th inning. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Evergreens. And the first offering to Addison Cluck from Peyton Jaminski bounces in there for a ball. Addison tonight 1 for 3. An RBI single in the 5th. Pop out in the 1st and a fly out in the 3rd. And the 1-0. It's the outside corner for a strike. Evens it up at 1-1. Jaminski looking at the wristband, settles back in on the 1-1. Now it's going to be a Off-speed pitch, blooped into right. I think that's what she singled on in her last at-bat. It was just an off-speed pitch that was blooped into center field previously, and that'll put Ringel back.
Pinch runner at first, Desiree Ringel.
Ringel got picked off of third base her last time up. Got picked off a third, leading off. And the first offering to Brown, squares the bunt, pulls it back, throw it down to first. She almost got picked off again. Brooke Brown tonight, a fly out, a strikeout, and a walk. Squares the bunt again, pulls it back, in there for a strike. Evens it up, and a ball and a strike now to Brown. Squares the bunt again, gets it down. Jaminski to first and retires Brown on the sacrifice bunt.
Now batting shortstop number 23, Lauren Semro.
And now the shortstop, Lauren Semro. And the 1-0. All right, the knees for a strike. And, Ringel may have had that one stolen, but got halfway to third and turned around. And the 1-1. Dropped low, 2-1. Semro today, a single, ground out, and an RBI fielder's choice. Off speed misses high, 3-1. Can be hit to the right side, taken there by Blanchard on the 3 unassisted. There's 2 away now with Ringel out to third for Kelsey Meverden.
Now batting center fielder number 1, Kelsey Meverden.
First on the side of Kelsey. She has singled twice and struck out. The 1-0. Off speed. Dropped in there low. 2-1. And the 2-0. Outside, throw down to third. Jeez. About the third time that Ringel's almost been picked off. 3-0 now to Meverden with Woolley on deck. The 3-0 coming home. And a 2-out walk there from Jaminski. That'll bring up Kelsey Woolley, sacrifice bunt, a strikeout, and a walk. Evergreen's leading 7-0 here in the top of the 7th inning. There's a strike to Woolley. Again, Key Savings Bank postgame show will wrap up our broadcast tonight down on the field. An opportunity to talk to winning coach if she wants to, or if he wants to, and a player of the game. That's going to be hit to left. Nilitz in foul territory and misplays it. It's going to be 0-2 now. Tried to find the fence. There were some fans down that line that could have helped her out a little bit, but stuck her hand out to find the fence, and the ball cut back towards the field of play and overran it. Jaminski gets the pitch call from the dugout. And the 0-2 coming back. Missed high. And that one gets away, and there's an error and another error. And trying to come in to score, and she will be saved. Oh, my goodness. Kelsey Meverden all the way around. Ringo will score on the E2. Meverden will get all the way around on the E2 and then E6. So 2 more errors on that play. Kelsey Meverden was not stopping and came all the way around to score. And that'll end the 7th inning. 2 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, and nobody left. We've played 6.5. Last shot here for Rapids. They trail now 9-0. You're watching high school softball presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
Meda Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at MedaCustom.com.
All right, Holberg, Radke, and Ross here for Rapids going up against Addison Cluck. 14 strikeouts, no walks tonight. He's given up a couple of hits. Holberg, a couple of strikeouts tonight. The toughest thing right now for batters is that the pitcher and the entire infield is still in the sun. Now it's popped up above. Oh, couldn't make the play. And it's 0-1 as some of the patrons here in the bleachers chuckling. There's a good chunk of them that are laughing at Aubrey Klotz's expense there. The 0-1. Spurs the bunt, misses high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. Popped up out of play. One and 2 here to Holberg. Fly ball, third base side, now to play. It remains 1 and 2. Clock looks in and fires. And into the screen that time. Holberg followed by Radke and Ross here in the 7th. Cluck stares in. Popped up and out of play again. This is what happened on Kristen Radke's double in the first. Radke kept on fouling off, and then smashed one to left center field for a 2-out double back in the first inning. Addison Cluck in the first game against Wisconsin Rapids only pitched 4 2/3 innings. Gave up 2 hits, much like tonight. 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 10 strikeouts. Kelsey Meverton pitched in that game as well. Ground ball to first and foul. Kelsey pitched 2 1/3. Gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, and struck out 2. Tonight so far for Addison, 6 innings, 2 hits, no walks, and 14 strikeouts. And the 2-2. Counter runs full now, just the second full count at bat tonight. Now the first one was against Radke in the first. (3-2) foul back. And 3-2. Got her looking on the outside corner. And the oohs and ahs from the Rapids side, the unhappy side. And they're striking number 15 for Addison.
Now batting center fielder number 10.
They're remarkable. Besides the 15 strikeouts, one remarkable number here for Addison. Just quick math here on my scorebook. That she has hit to right, hooking, spear, gave it a look, gave it a run, and foul. Now let's see if they have the same number as I got. I got 18. I got 16. So she's thrown 86 pitches. She has thrown 19 balls. 67 strikes tonight. Knuckled foul into the screen. So now 87 pitches, 68 strikes. 20 pitches, or 20 batters she's faced. Wow. And no walks. Be hit hard to left. There's the third hit of the night for Wisconsin Rapids. Kristen Radke's second hit of the night. And Radke has hit well. That'll bring up Annabelle Ross.
Annabelle Ross.
A couple of strikeouts tonight for Annabelle. Again, she's given up. Oh, that one's off the knob and foul. That's 0-1. She's given up a total of 19 hits this year. 5 of them have come against Wisconsin Rapids. The 0-1 fouls it back. 0-2 now to Ross. Peyton Jaminski on deck. And the 0-2. Swung on and missed. 16th strikeout. That'll bring up Peyton Jaminski.
Number 9, Peyton Jaminski.
Kristen Radke at first with 2 outs. There's a strike down to first, and that one gets into right field, and Radke not going anywhere. Klott trying to end it on a pickoff, and almost cost her team a base. Huh? Yeah, yeah. So the arm that we saw Sydney Spear have in warmups, that was going to be popped up behind first, tracking it, and dropped. Dropped there by Woolley. Yeah, Braden brought up an excellent point. I mean, the ball got over the head of Friedel at first, and Sydney Spear was right there. the throws that we saw Sydney make during warm-ups, no chance would I want to try and take second base. The 0-2 swung on and missed, and that'll do it here tonight as Addison Cluck strikes out 17 in a winning performance, and Everest wins it 9-0. Tonight's post-game show brought to you by Key Savings Bank. You'll feel right at home from the moment you walk through the door at Key Savings Bank. Enjoy all the perks of working with your local community bank and experience it for yourself by stopping in or online at keysavingsbank.com. We'll have Miss Addison Cluck in our highlight house when we come back. You've been watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedSliver.com.
We have something that we're trying to create at Key Savings Bank called Outward Energy. We don't just want to have the doors open, our members walk through. We want to be where they are. We go to meet them, we participate in their events. We think that's vitally important for us to show that Key Savings Bank is a part of the communities that we're in.
We received a very positive reaction from our community. On average, we had 250 to 300 kids alone that entered our building for the Halloween party. That didn't include the adults, grandparents, parents that brought the children. It's wonderful to be out in our community grocery shopping with my Key Savings Bank apparel, and families walk up to me and say, "Hey, I attended your Halloween party."
So about a month ago, I was approached by Sheriff Becker of Wood County Sheriff's Department, and he asked me if we'd want to participate in the Back the Badge bench press meet. So Key Savings Bank sponsored, had a $500 sponsorship to that, and I myself participated in that. And it was a really great experience. There was about 40 different people that participated throughout Wood County and actually the state. So with the Sheriff's Department obviously doing so much for us and throughout the community, it was just our way of giving back.
And now when I tell my friends and family what I'm doing or what I do every day or what involvements I'm doing, like, "Oh, that's the bank that offered the Halloween party. That's the bank that does the Christmas party. That's the bank that sponsors these golf events." So our awareness alone has just become amazing in the last year.
Key Savings Bank participates in a lot of these events. We love to do it. We love to know the community and the other businesses within the community. It's rewarding to see smiling faces. The kids event, when we bring them pizza, there's not just one winner, there's multiple winners. Cheese pizza is one of the coolest things that these kids love. And just seeing the smiling faces is outstanding. Probably the funnest event that we do is what you see behind me here is our coloring contest for local kids. It's a fun event. We do a lot of fun stuff with it on our Facebook page. The voting goes nuts because it's the community that votes for it. And at the end, there's a lot of participation. So that's the best event.
We had Thursday grill outs. We did that. We were raising money for the Rome Canine Division. We set up in mid-June to have grill outs each and every Thursday all the way through till the middle of August.
Numerous amount of golf outings where we raise money specifically for that event through our whole sponsorships and games that we play.
My employees right now are all very active in participating in literally hundreds of events over the last 2 years that make Key Savings Bank a part of this community. We think that's very important.
Good. All right, welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids as the DC Everest Evergreens pick up a conference win here tonight. Coach, it was a wild start. I mean, first inning with a handful of errors, they were able to bring in a new pitcher and slow you guys down a little bit. What was the key to get back into the second inning and get some runs on the board?
I mean, for us, it was we have our game plan. We have everything that we are focusing on, before the game starts, and we just knew from previous games that we needed to hit the ball.
A good start to a long week. Just how important is it to get this first game under your belt with a handful of games coming up?
It's definitely a good feeling. It's a good start to get this rolling and go into Tuesday and Wednesday knowing that, hey, we're going to take care of business. Want to.
All right, thank you, Coach. Good luck tomorrow. Bringing our Zaleski Sports players of the game. Aubrey, I brought you in because I don't think catchers get enough love for pitching or for catching for a girl like Addie. Just talk about your role and how much fun it is to be behind the plate.
I really enjoy catching for Addison. She makes my job easy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously a special group that you guys have this year, undefeated in conference, undefeated on the year. Just talk about, as I asked Coach, getting off to a nice start with a long week ahead.
Yeah, we had practice last Sunday, and we're really just ready to rock. Give this week all we got.
All right, we'll bring in. Don't go too far. We'll bring in Addison. You guys can switch spots here. Addison, 17 strikeouts tonight. Obviously, you were on point, on mark. Just what was working for you in the circle?
It was just pitch by pitch and trusting my defense behind me. They're all really good, so it makes it easy for me if I let up a hit or anything.
A good competition last Saturday. You guys got a couple of big wins. Just what was that like and able to take those two wins moving forward?
It was just really fun getting out in the good weather, and yeah, we're really playing as a team, so it's fun.
2 more conference games this week, East tomorrow and then Spash on Wednesday. What do you guys take away from a game like this with 2 more conference games coming up this week?
We just got to go into the game with our momentum and keep going.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. All right, we'll put you guys in the house, all right? I'll hand you that. I'll get out of the way here.
Okay, yeah, I was holding it. Would you like to go first? I'm Addison.
I'm Aubrey, and we're in the house.
Thank you, ladies. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, with that, we're going to sign things off here from the Wisconsin Rapids Area Sports Quadplex as the Evergreens win it 9-0 here tonight over Wisconsin Rapids. Addison collects 17 more strikeouts tonight. No runs, no walks, and just 3 hits given up. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Maybe. I'll be over at soccer behind us here, hang out with Braden and Olivia. Wisconsin Rapids, Wausau West Soccer at 7 o'clock here at the Southwood County Stadium here on the campus of Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School. For my producer, Braden Sutter, this is C-Mave signing off from Wisconsin Rapids. Have a great rest of your night. We'll talk to you again tomorrow right here on Zaleski Sports.